Welcome, everyone. My name is Tom Koniak, Director of Products for Addo Technology. I'll be the moderator for today's webinar, a game changer for creative professionals. Thunderbolt II enabled mobile workstation solutions from HP and Addo. What you learned today is how to get projects done sooner while dealing with more complex content than ever before. We have with us today guest speakers from Intel, HP, and Addo. And just some housekeeping. Please silence your cell phones on mute. Also, you can submit questions via the chat function. Feel free to specify who would you like to have answer those questions, and then we'll gather them up and answer them at the end of the seminar. Okay, topics to be covered. There's reality check and a new reality. The way movies, feature films, dailies, weeklies are produced today are so different from 20 years ago. There are new tools, new platforms, and generally really much better quality than what you've been used to in the past. For Thunderbolt, it's been a game changer for mobile workstations, and it helps to crack the brick and mortar mold of traditional edit suites. We'll learn more about the ZBook and what's under the hood and what makes it special. We'll also get into several use cases showing how the mobile book combined with Addo desktop products will provide a unique value proposition for yourselves as well as potentially your customers. And then we'll summarize with the ultimate game changer. As far as the new reality, media entertainment and independent filmmakers are capturing and storing volumes of raw 4K footage, according to Kaufman Associates. For an end-to-end solution, almost every filmmaker's 4K project requires at least 10 times the amount of storage capacity compared to the final film that ultimately goes in the can. The real question then becomes, how long will it take to transfer that camera's footage? And the cycle really begins from there. Anecdotally, we've seen in talking with universities who are producing and training new filmmakers, what was done traditionally by film and capturing 1 to 2 hours now is more in the vicinity of 5 hours of digital footage. So it's ever expanding. Some of the key business issues facing media customers is converting content into revenue. Certainly there's the financial challenges, the pressure to reduce costs and create significant stress on current workflow and infrastructures. The operational challenges, there's geographically dispersed production teams. They are working in all kinds of settings. There's new distribution models that need to be supported as part of that. There's the unique workflows, multiple operating systems, and ultimately we will have to integrate with the IT infrastructures within the data center. For technical challenges, there's file-based workflows, multiple video formats, higher resolution content. These are all driving increased storage, bandwidth, and media management requirements. So there is a lot to be considered. And this one here sort of puts things in perspective, and this is a quote from someone by the name of Gary Adcock. He's a digital imaging technician, and to his credit, he has many feature films as well as weekly dailies associated with that, and has worked closely with both Intel and HP on a number of projects. But as the way he puts it, because of Thunderbolt, he can do what he, on a portable laptop or ZBook, what has been done only on desktops at the same price. So he has seen the need for the new technologies to be used within these high-definition environments. And with that, I'd like to turn it over to Denise Jain. Denise is the Intel Thunderbolt Business Development and Product Marketing Manager. Take it away, Denise.
Thanks, Tom. So, and thanks to Addo for inviting me. Quite a mouthful of title I had there. So, thanks again to Addo for inviting me and to give an overview of Thunderbolt technology. I'm Denise Jain, and if you could, Tom, if you could move me to the next slide, please. And I've been with the Thunderbolt team at Intel for over 2 years. During this time, I've been working closely with Tom, Carleen, and others at Addo on their extensive portfolio of Thunderbolt products, and happy to share the benefits of Thunderbolt with you today. So, what is Thunderbolt? Thunderbolt is a revolutionary I/O technology that supports high-resolution displays and high-performance data devices through a single compact port. It sets a new bar for performance, flexibility, and simplicity. Its foundation is its bandwidth. It is 4 times faster than USB 3.0 and twice as fast as USB 3.1. This bandwidth opens up new capabilities, especially with 4K video production workflows, where there's never enough bandwidth. Next slide, please. To illustrate what Thunderbolt brings to the user experience, consider the following example workflow. If we start at the bottom left corner with the HP ZBook laptop, which has a Thunderbolt II port, with that single port, it can connect up to 6 Thunderbolt devices, or what we call daisy chain. The HP connects to the Addo FC2162 and the FC2082 ThunderLink adapter, which allows the ZBook to connect to an HP MSA storage array at close to native fiber channel bandwidth for fast backups of critical data with redundancy. Thunderbolt transmits both data and video on the same cable, so a Thunderbolt monitor can also be connected as a daisy chain with the video from the HP laptop displayed on the monitor as a second screen. This specific monitor in this example workflow is from LG and supports native 4K resolution. It also functions as a docking station, allowing you to connect USB peripherals such as thumb drives and portable storage to it, and the contents accessible by the HP laptop through Thunderbolt. Next, along the daisy chain path, the ZBook is connected to a Lexar HR2 card reader hub, which allows for rapid and simultaneous offload of content from multiple cameras, such as GoPro cameras, at 4 times the speed of USB 3. In addition, the card reader hub is connected to the monitor using an optical cable from Corning that can go to a length of up to 200 feet, allowing flexible placement of peripherals away from the laptop, such as in a video production studio environment. We extended this daisy chain one more time to a 4K camera. 4K is now the standard, with video production companies now filming their raw native content at 4K resolutions. Thunderbolt transfers the 4K raw content from the camera in real time. In this example, we are showing a Blackmagic design production camera 4K, but you could also use another camera and connect it to the Thunderbolt daisy chain using the AJA IO 4K media converter box. Next slide, please. So, how does Thunderbolt help you build the world's fastest storage device? First, it is important to understand that there are 2 potential bottleneck points that impact the performance of any storage drive. First is the type of storage technology. SATA SSDs are the most popular SSDs in the market today. As an example, the bar on the left represents the maximum performance of a single SATA SSD, which is around 540 megabytes per second read and around 365 megabytes per second write. The middle bars represent the performance of a 4-bay SATA SSD in a RAID 0 configuration, with read-write performance of over 1,300 megabytes per second. The bar on the right is an example of the maximum performance of a PCIe SSD, which the industry is moving towards as more SSD vendors announce PCIe-based storage products. It has an incredible 2,000 megabytes per second read and around 1,500 megabytes per second write performance, which is almost 4 times faster than a single SATA SSD. The second bottleneck point is the I/O technology used. In this graph, we are showing the maximum throughput possible using USB 3, USB 3.1, Thunderbolt, and Thunderbolt II. We see that USB 3 ends up capping the maximum performance of a SATA SSD at around 450 megabytes per second. Migrating to USB 3.1 will give you marginally better performance on a SATA SSD, but now you're running into a SATA technology bottleneck with a maximum read of 540 megabytes per second. Even if you RAID 4 SATA SSDs together on USB 3.1, you are maxing out at around 700 megabytes per second performance. Moving to the 4-bay RAID, we quickly see that USB 3.0, USB 3.1, and even original Thunderbolt does not unlock the full potential performance of the storage drive, with the I/O capping the performance to around 700 megabytes per second. However, look what happens when you connect it to a Thunderbolt II controller. At 1200 megabytes per second, you're now realizing the full read-write potential of your external storage. This performance boost means that Thunderbolt II is almost 3 times faster than USB 3 and almost 2 times faster than USB 3.1. This means that you can transfer large 4K video files almost 3 times faster than USB 3.0 drives. This becomes a huge benefit for video production studios where time is money and hitting deadlines is critical. Next slide, please. So how does Thunderbolt work? Basically, Thunderbolt combines native PCIe data